Me and Dribble had them. The Converse. Bro, what? Those not even shoes. Conquerors? Never mind. I could low-key hit 90 today if we do it all day. Oh, my bad. Wait, what's your build, GJO? Oh. I only got 4. Too weak. Huh, let me see you shoot a 3 with 98. You did worse with 98. Little girls or the food dad from protect. Making whites. No. Yeah. I'm not even scared to play smacking on any build. Well, on his interior. He don't play on it. He deleted it, I think. Bro.
Reports all morning, and she joins us live.
Why you take it up? She tripping. She must be smoking. Mama, so you want me to die?
From there, police say the group started shooting at each other despite an APD patrol car parked with its lights on in their line of sight. The officers were working a side job in the area, so they were able to try to intervene. But police say that did not stop the gunfire. We're told both officers fired their weapons. As you mentioned, 5
So you about to jump in the water right quick? Why?
Now investigators can't say
Oh, we ain't gonna have no more towels. So how we gonna see if it's real then?
likely. It's also not clear if those groups fired directly at the officers. They were looking
No, but you need to get in the water.
I don't need to get on that water.
That sport ain't even on. Matter of fact, go meet them alligators.
So you want me to jump out of alligators?
No, they not gonna eat you. You said they ain't real.
I am.
This person was also injured, but not by gunfire. They were struck by a fleeing vehicle. Now, police are still searching for the driver of that car, plus many others. Remember,
So you not good?
involved. So this is an extensive investigation that will certainly take some time. If you have any information on the 3 a.m. shooting, you're asked to contact Crime Stoppers or
Twins.
the GBI. Of course, the GBI is on scene because this was an officer-involved shooting. Live in downtown, Emily is now.
And bro, they bogus, bro. Started when we used to first play. You gonna get my assist, bro?
Kyle getting the same thing every year. Change it up.
Alright. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, wop. Baby. Alright, get my assist. Hi, I got your rebounds. Get in this. Got every rebound. Final.
Wipe your eyes, Kennedy's coming, she's gonna see. Hurry up, Kennedy's coming right now. I didn't even get to get, he didn't get in the car yet.
And y'all probably dancing in my face, left the situation I was in. And guess what I said? You ain't even say nothing back then. We was cool.
You missed.
I came to bed and asked you, I came to
No, GJ, you missed? Yeah, he did.
everything I'm asking for. And that is serious.
My bad. You got. Long as my 1% is go. Oh, my bad.
Read what y'all saying that he said. Like that ain't even. I'm thinking he really running his mouth. Everything he said, that ain't.
My what?
Nobody was there. None of us was there. Nobody was there. We saw it. Everybody saw it.
I ain't got no.
Feel like you gotta come at the girlfriend. Everybody says something about y'all. The whole purpose is about y'all, not just me.
Oh yeah. Huh? Let me just dribble. Oh, shoot the. Huh? You shoot, bro. You closer. It didn't let me throw it.
was close to the situation or that's been there spoke to her? Because it seems like
What, to go get it? Why you just don't order it?
I don't want to pay for shipping and wait for it to get here. I'd rather just go get that shit tomorrow.
The joke's on you. This now you're getting wrapped down.
Get your jersey.
Exactly.
I thought you mentioned that because you got racist.
back in July on the South Mustache Natural Beer.
There's no blending in over this lunch hour for old Sandy Wine.
Your head looks like an inside out
Tries
muzzle.
to go underneath
Your
the
mother don't got no eyebrows.
but kids always know.
So little pumpkin, you see.
You do?
And Santa never minds the attention.
98% of response, you know.
But those other times can be hard.
Sorry.
Like when
Anyway, man, yeah,
Santa
just
was
go on
called
and
to
roll
the
over this.
hospital bedside of a terminally ill 5-year-old and a feeble. How do you even
Part of that jolly boy, you know, that kind of stuff, you know. What's this I hear you're going to do? This is Christmas. Really? Well, you're not going to make Christmas. Y'all already had your present already. We knew you wanted this for a long period, for a long time.
Santa gave the boy and these words.
Bro, once you hit like fucking 11,
Because I seen it, but I didn't see it. Somebody talk crazy about it.
This holiday season, the elf on the shelf is a popular Christmas tradition for a lot of families, and children know they're forbidden from touching the elf, or Santa Claus might not come.
It's my real hair.
Maybe it's just my fake.
I'm trying to see
Children
it.
telling the
What
Jersey
was
girl went
it
to
that
great
I
lengths.
I got one this game.
And where did it land?
On the ground.
And you called?
911.
This is call.
911. Where's your emergency?
You was speaking
Hello?
to Bob from the spiritual advisor.
Hi. Hi, Isabella.
What happened?
Okay, were you
We don't know
accidentally
what he
dialing
last said.
911? You made a mistake?
I was loud.
Okay, mistakes happen, honey. You could
He
just
said
say
you're
you
wild.
made a mistake, okay?
That's the only part they posted. Them really, like, really get on niggas' ass. But on my mama, like, just read this shit, just read what y'all said. They just said, like, that ain't shit. I'm he really running his mouth. Everything he said, that ain't shit. Nobody was there. None of us was there. Nobody. Why the fuck did
Santa will still come.
And that he did last night for a quick visit with the Old Bridge Fire Department.
I like the fact that she knew how to call 911 in case there really is an emergency.
She gave me another chance.
A chance to bring all of us some joy this holiday season with her young heart. In Old Bridge, New Jersey, Meg Baker, CBS 2 News. What are you mad for? It's hot out here right now.
Because I don't like you.
Why you don't like me? Huh? Last time when we done, you gonna get McDonald's. Like, you always make it everything so complicated. Let's go.
Dude, it's feathers.
Don't nobody care.
Lucy battery breaks silence about
Come on, big boy.
MO3 deaths. Lucy and the Dallas rapper
You look like
released
a
their collaborative project
snowman.
that is MO3 earlier this year.
You look like a bear.
Moments after it was reported,
You look like a
on a freeway, Lucy daughters took
milk
to Twitter to
dud.
express his sentiments. Killing FYI niggas Louisiana.
Yo, what's up, 2K?
You gonna throw a flower on me?
On his Instagram story, he reposted a video of responders giving CPR to a man assumed to be MO3 alongside some trail hand enemies. MO3 is on record saying Gucci was his favorite rapper. Earlier this year, the two collaborated
Oh, my bad.
and released their full-length project that is MO3, which includes single everybody.
She got it, boo.
Was driving on a Dallas freeway early Wednesday
I wish I was on.
11 when another car pulled up next to him and fired into his car. For Muslims,
Oh.
drivers on the highway tried to scramble from the scene before MO3 crashed into a concrete barrier and eventually succumbed to his injuries. Law enforcement sources later told TMZ that a motorist pulled up next to MO3, exited his car and started driving him, as he had also gotten out of his vehicle. The gunman then fired multiple rounds shooting him in the back of the head. It's not the first time MO3 was the victim of a
Oh my.
in the back of his head, but he said he was doing fine and survived.
Huh, throw me a lob.
With MO3's family and friends during this difficult time.
I do. Move up the paint. Run. Do.
MO3 shot dead. The disturbing truth about his death. MO3, whose real name is Melvin Noble, was driving on a busy freeway when a car pulled up next to him and sprayed his vehicle with bullets. The rapper's car then crashed into a concrete barrier and continued going on. Melvin's boy got him out of the car and attempted to give him CPR. Push, breathe, push, breathe. The crazy thing is that is not even the first time he has been shot. MO3 was hit in the head last December, but managed to survive the attack. At the time, he shared a video of himself.
Step back. What color that is?
Just moments after the attack. This time, his luck ran out. Now, he is gone for real. He is never coming back. He just released Broken Love 2 months ago, and it already has racked up over 20 million views in that short time.
Step back. What color? That's green. They gave you doodle animations.
In his top song, Everybody RMX, has an outstanding 33 million views.
I swear. Oh, my bad. Don't even shoot no more. Your partner.
2 huge songs and many other big ones. This man had a future so bright, you could go blind if you stared at it for too long.
You know what color that is.
Is that MO3 and King Von were killed so close together. One could even argue that those 2 dudes were ranked 1 and 2 when it comes to up-and-coming rap artists. That makes this even more.
Get his assist.
Other disturbing truth is that they were able to pull a hit in broad daylight on MO3 in the middle of a busy highway. Not even that is safe now, apparently. There are a number of rappers watching this right now who are no doubt getting more and more scared every day. I'm going to post a video of the funeral as notifications only, so make sure those are turned on so you don't miss that. R.I.P. MO3.
No. Bro, it's making me make everything, bro. Yeah, we was, so it don't matter.
Some more drama going on between his baby mama, the real Cosby, and his girlfriend, Serena. So before we get into that, make sure you guys like, share.
I'm gonna let him score all the time, cause I'm making every shot.
All these drama started over at
What I got? I got 7K for that.
taking pictures of an was it. Basically, it was like a celebrity basketball tournament. Anyways, just love the picture that he posted. Actually has G Herbo girlfriend and his son, Yo son. And when the real cow sister finished, she said, "Sweetie, please don't post my son in Instagram. Remove it." Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I first seen it, I was like, "What's the problem now, girl? Like, what is the problem?" She have been dating this girl for at least a year and a half, so I'm pretty sure you know he's around her. So what's the problem? But she actually explained what's the problem. But before we get into that, I'm gonna show you guys what some people was thinking in the comment section, and here's what they had to say. One person said, "It's not even Tiana's page, it's the photographer, but even if it was her page, I understand where she's coming from." Somebody said, "Oh, she earth, man. Be grateful your baby daddy chose somebody pouring love into your son instead of hate. Grow the F up." Damn. She actually explained why she said what she said, and here's what she had to say. Ari said, "Make sure you're able to take everything you dish out." So somebody responded to what Ari had to say, and she said, "I don't understand. The point is in posting the picture of Tiana and your son. Hashtag childish." And that's when the real cop sister responded and said, "I don't want my son in public with her holding him because she told me out her own mouth that your son does not like her. So I don't want my son uncomfortable." Now as a mother, I completely understand where Ari is coming from. I wouldn't want my son saying that he's uncomfortable around someone, especially when the person said out their own mouth that my child does not like them. At the end of the day, if he does look comfortable, he doesn't look uncomfortable. And I'm pretty sure that was a while ago. And everybody know how toddlers are. Toddlers do not like everybody. Toddlers don't like everybody. Like I was saying, you have some toddlers that are outgoing. You have some toddlers that are shy. You have different types of toddlers out there. I'm just saying. But at the end of the day, you never know. They probably actually grown and have a relationship. Anyways, the photographer actually spoke out, and here's what he had to say.
I actually had to Google it.
You hit me a little too hard, bitch.
That wasn't happening at all. I just think I had a rough day.
So you guys heard the photographer's side. Like he said, I agree with him. Hey, he was just doing his job. He took some pictures, and of course, Ari was going to feel some type of way. Now back to G Herbo and the real Kyle sisters. Now, they're going back and forth on social media, but this is what G Herbo said first.
I got
G
you.
Herbo tweeted and posted in his Instagram story and said, "Happy females ain't hate them."
Oh, my bad, bro.
Said,
Tell me when to throw it, bro.
For C before STDs. If you know the STD that he got, then you know what she said. Now, sis, you trying to clown this man for having an STD, but you're the same person that went back and had sexual intercourse with him, sis. You need to go ahead and pipe down. But my thoughts and opinion on this whole situation is, at the end of the day, she's his mother. She's his mother, and he's the father. And she doesn't seem like she's doing any harm, but we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But it doesn't seem like anything is going on. He actually looks very comfortable with them. But at the end of the day, like
yo, this dude got slapped in his fucking head, bro.
You guys don't know your thoughts and opinions on this.
Dude yelling in church.
Also, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Especially if you're new and enjoying this content. Thanks for watching.
Happened that seems like
You hit me a little too hard, bitch. 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 You hit me a little too hard, bitch.
Break your fucking side. I hope your little sister fella broke and break her handlebars.
Spit on your ass. I hope you go enroll in college and don't pass your little class. I hope you fall in some gas. I hope your kids get a stepdaddy and he beat on their ass. I hope you fall in some stairs and fuck your knee up. I hope you get in the fight at Walmart and get beat up.
Well, and a bit of my man. About to play with the powers that be been. Got that bit in my hand. That motherfucker dead. That motherfucker dead. And I'm bit in my man. Yours.
Hey yo, FTD.
Yo, what's up?
Bro, why would you post me on TikTok, bro?
What do you mean?
Like, I saw the video on TikTok. Why would you post me about having a boyfriend?
That video is actually really good. The guy's 4 million.
It doesn't matter, bro. Like, you literally just put my relationship on blast on social media.
I'm sorry.
Don't ever post me on your social media again.
Alright.
Like, go get a job, bro. Like, you're not gonna make it anywhere in life. You have 27K subscribers and you only average 10 viewers a day. Like, you're not gonna make it anywhere, so...
I actually get... Why should you? I'm not trying to be cocky or anything. I actually get around like 1,000 views per video. And also, I understand that you're mad and I apologize for making videos. And I take all blame on that, but you didn't have to like be disrespectful like that. You can just tell me to delete it and I'll delete it if you want to.
No, honestly, just keep the video. You need the viewers then.
Corvette. Hop in your motherfucking bag, guys. What color that bag? I don't know how that's not. Put it back on charger, please. Thank you.
Also noted that there were no incidents of violence at the polls or voter intimidation. Quote, the 2020 general election was one of the smoothest and most well-run elections that we have ever seen. And that is remarkable considering all the challenges. And that was said, by the way, by a Trump-appointed Democrat on the Election Assistance Commission. And if you stop to think about it for a minute, it is remarkable that this election went so smoothly in the middle of a raging, out-of-control pandemic and amid constant haranguing from the president about a rigged result. Also, amid the ever-present and worrying specter of foreign interference.
What happened to Ed Benz? What's he?
The record-shattering turnout that we saw in this election. 152 million voters and...
Ed Benz left.
There's a reason for that. The legions of election workers from coast to coast who worked on the polls and for early voting tabulated the ballots under the constant watchful glare of the entire world. Young, old, from every walk of life, rather than being accused of engaging in some massive vote-rigging conspiracy, they should be lauded as the true heroes of democracy that they are. Nobody thanks the poll workers. We owe these election workers an enormous debt of gratitude for making the impossible possible and putting up with the nonsense that they're listening to now. As one election official,
I'm gonna go spin the wheel.
These volunteer workers made all the difference.
Hey, when I spin the wheel, invite me.
There was the army of poll workers at their disposal to counteract.
But I might get 2x rep.
That was the key difference for us on election day. If we didn't have as many election officials and we didn't have as much space as we did, it would have been a really late night.
So if you are an election worker yourself, or you know someone who is, or answered your state's call for volunteers during this extraordinary time, thank you.
My new podcast, Dare to Lead, is out.
Please read that to me.
Exclusively on Spotify for free.
Please read that to me. Read that. They gave me ads boots on some weird shit, bro.
Prize-winning journalist, columnist at Foreign Policy magazine. She's been my guru for this.
Yo, Dribble, invite me to the park.
Laura, you published an article today, and I want to quote from it. In October, when the United States
Invite me to the park, Dribble.
new cases per day, the Cautious Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington predicted that by around inauguration,
alright, I'm on.
Reached 2,200 with a cumulative total of 386,000. But since that October 22nd announcement, the daily infection total has more than doubled, and deaths have risen to more than 1,100 per day. If these trends go unfettered for more than 70 days, the United States official death tally could top 400,000 around Christmas, and deaths might exceed 2,500 a day. Hospital wards across the country will be full. I learned from you, Lori, not to underestimate what you say.
Story time, how I found out my substitute teacher was actually my biological father. So of course I went to school for our usual class and our teacher wasn't there. So we had a substitute that day and I could have sworn that I recognized him, but I couldn't tell from where. There would be times during the lecture where I would look up and he would just be looking at me. I felt like there was a weird connection between the two of us, but I didn't exactly know where to place it. Since it was the last hour of the day, he asked me to stay after class. I immediately got the creeps and said no, I have to catch my bus. And I hadn't seen him for weeks after that. Some days later, I noticed a for sale sign on my neighbor's yard. So during their open house, I decided to peek out my window and see who was visiting. And there he was, my substitute teacher. I got the creeps and I just ran upstairs to focus on something else. Once the house sold and the moving trucks came in, I saw that it was my substitute teacher that actually bought it. I was terrified but still felt this weird connection. That's when my mom offered for us to bring cookies over to his house. She said it was the neighborly thing to do, so that's what we did. So we went to go knock on his door. Stay tuned for part 2 and add me on Instagram. Okay, so part 2 to finding out my substitute teacher was actually my biological father. So the whole interaction between my mom and him was so odd. He was clearly high, so my mom just set the cookies down on his front door. And we just left. Many nights after that, I just felt like someone was always watching me. I constantly got the creeps, and I would just notice like little stuff going missing. But I never thought it was that big of a deal. But a few days later, this man invited us over for a dinner, and my mom made me go, and it was just as strange. Like, I could tell that my mom was so uncomfortable. I asked to be excused to go to the bathroom, and once he showed me where it was, I did a little bit of snooping. In a room close to his bathroom, there was pictures of us. Like my mom and I, and baby pictures of me, and also recent pictures that we were completely unaware of. I ran downstairs and grabbed my mom and told her that we had to leave. She agreed, and once I told her about the pictures, we filed a... Are you listening? Hear me talk, hear me sing. Open up the door, is it less, is it more? Tell me to beware. Are you here? Are you there? Is something I should know? Easy come, easy go. Not in your head, don't hear what I said. I can't communicate when you wait, you were late. I try to talk to you, but you never even knew. So how's it gonna be? Are you listening? Hear me talk. Amber alert, Amber alert. Stop. This is Amber. His girlfriend. Hi. Hi. Nice to meet you. You guys are a cute couple.
And when it's our time
Advance.
we've done it. I'm trying to put you on to this.
We need another person.
And guess you put them all in the mix. We back down. As far as I'm concerned, to the world, y'all saw the video, Mulak was the only one that stood sturdy as far as I'm concerned. No matter what, he made sure he got close.
I've got a bunch of brand new
Sometimes I might not have a situation.
Yo, DJ.
Look how you want to act today. When you gave the story, you told in front of the world, you said names that you wasn't supposed to say, but you claimed you followed it. All y'all on YouTube, all y'all want to do, back and forth. Why would you want to give it to a guy like that? He's not going to give an example to the youth. He's not going to, y'all put this guy in position. Y'all put him in position.
One shot. Alright, Nolan's doing the tournament, the cup, the free fortnite. There you, oh, and there's the snipe. Full squash. As soon as you kill that guy, you didn't
What you say?
because that guy hit you with the snipe.
Yo, GJO.
So he's got.
Oh, that's a. What build? He said, thanks for it. Throw me lives. Her. Bro. Look how quick job, bro. What color is that? You need shot meter. I'm probably gonna turn off. Bro, like, why would you fucking shoot that? No, you don't.
So yeah, you just do it one more time for me. I did like the dance, James. I was actually caught by surprise. Yo. James, they probably would have just kicked you. I promise I'm not gonna laugh. I laughed. No, and I like the dance, James. I like the. Let me see. No, I'm not gonna laugh.
Live and direct.
No touching this dance.
What up?
Man, who's touching this stupid dance? When I was growing up, the old folks used to... James runs his own program all day, every day. James, you don't even know how to make a salad. So then he smiles because he knows he's cute. But he's passionate, especially about his little sister. Where's my dog? Grandma Cookie is leaving, and he's like, you hold on right there. James is cold. He's got the finger and everything. Don't slam no more, my dog. Bye.
Oh my goodness, I am not messing with that little kid.
James has a whole lot to say. That's why we've got him live via Skype
right this minute. Hey, James and Marquel. Welcome. Marquel, James is only 4 years old. When did you realize he had such a... You're not 4 years old. Oh, your mama told me you were 4 years old.
Nope, cause you don't know how.
Oh, yeah. Why were you mad at him?
I swear to God, I missed them.
I was trying to make that. No, because I tried
Get my assist, bro.
and then she goes back. James, no, don't waste my set.
Throw me lob this game, dribble. Throw me lobs. Oh, fucking God, bro.
Hey man, but you blinking red, bro. Basically, from him to speak, he was the only person that came to my graduation. Meant everything to me. If you catch me with that picture right there. Man, this is, man, touched a lot of people, man. For real, he touched a lot of people. Good soul, regardless to, when it comes to opposition on records and stuff like that. Sometimes, man, it's crazy, but everything just comes with the territory and it's part of the culture. Now, do these things need to change? Absolutely. Y'all can turn this and let me know.
Lob.
Okay. And forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Whether it's on Facebook and Twitter, man. Thanks.
Oh my God, bro. Just shoot the ball, bro. Do we win this game? Okay. Throw it, throw it. Oh my.
It's now been 4, possibly 12 days since Joe Biden was declared president and Kamala Harris's sassy white friend. And since then, he's been
bro, get out the paint. Throw it.
It's not going smoothly. Because Donald Trump, one-term president and tenant of power, is still going through all the stages of grief. Denial, rage tweeting, undermining democracy, and back to denial.
The president's latest moves indicate that he is not
bro,
going to concede anytime soon.
Tell me when you throwing it, bro. I didn't even know you was throwing the fucking lob.
Several sources throughout government agencies indicate that President Trump has put out the word through his staff that he does not want any
run up when I'm running up, bro.
With the Biden
Hear me, bro.
team, and further that he doesn't want any government agency
move, bro.
Anything that would imply that Biden won the election. We're also learning that the White House has
like run up at the same time.
To come out with a budget for next year, as there will be no change.
I'm just going to end the game.
Administration official telling the Washington Post, quote, "They're pretending nothing happened. We're all supposed to pretend this is normal and do all this work while we know we're just going to have to."
This jump shot is crazy.
Trump administration is reportedly also continuing to vet new political.
What jump shot this is?
In a second
22.
President-elect Joe Biden Tuesday criticized President Trump's refusal
to
concede the election.
I just think it's an embarrassment.
It's grainy.
Quite frankly.
Sun's out, buns out.
How can we say this? I think that for more president's legacy. So don't take away and like denying the elections
Mom, what's it like trying to parent the little guy? Because he's like a handful.
It's a handful, but it's fun. You never know what he's going to say or what he's going to do.
And please continue to tell me, how is Trump still electing candidates and new jobs? What's that job to be like?
Then what do you think about being such a big Bible star? Everybody likes you.
Where do you see yourself?
What do you want to do when you grow up, little thing?
I will be a big boy so I can help my little So Daniel, do you have any experience working on some
so sweet, Jay.
Should we leave? A lot of people are jumping overboard. Don't worry about that. Let me show you where you are.
Let me know, Daddy.
Where do we get the
Look, I'm sorry, Donald. This just isn't going to work. You can't pretend
Because this whole house is for me. You live in the house. Everything in the house is your mom.
If people in Bosnia know you don't have a job, you do not have a job.
Yeah.
Honestly, people, I don't
I
think
mean, you
Donald
don't have
Trump
no
is ever
job.
more pathetic than this. And yes, I'm including the time he played tennis
As we
with his
know, he's
girlfriend.
real into his
Because the only way that
And
he
he's
can
gonna talk
overturn
to
the
you because
election
she's my
is to
daughter. At
prove
this point, he's
that there has been
completely threw
nationwide
my
voter
quill
fraud.
out. Leave her alone.
Just not panning out.
Election officials in states across the country report to the New York Times no evidence of widespread voter fraud. The Times reached out to top election officials in every state to ask whether they suspected or had evidence of illegal voting. None reported any major voting issues. As for Pennsylvania, the president's plans, and I quote, Pennsylvania prevented us from watching much of the ballot count. The Trump campaign went to federal court about this. Hold on, they told you to
You don't have nothing but your
campaign lawyer admitted, contrary to his initial complaint,
You ain't nothing but a kid. So you have time for anything I want you to have time for. Yeah. Turn around.
She cited a lack of admissible evidence and whether the
Fix your
campaign had even sued the right party.
Okay, fine. Well, I'm only gonna do it halfway. Just wait, this kid is gonna keep going viral. He's gonna be in his own house before you know. Oh, really, Mama? We're gonna be in whatever room we want to be.
And back to Black Mama 101. You made some money, I made you. It's still my house.
Yo, GJ,
Panda Express, Donald.
tell your girl to join, bro. Us bands keep taking forever.
I'm just talking to you because at the end of the day, Daddy can have another brother.
Even Donald Trump knows that he left. You know how he knows? You realize you haven't seen his face since the February? He hasn't shown it. You think that if Donald Trump really thought he'd won, he'd be hiding? No. You know this guy. That would be holding a victory.
How long change my
He'd be flying around the country on top of Air Force One, doing that weird jerk-off dance that he does.
Oh, I got 91K.
And just so we're on the same page, reporters haven't found widespread voter fraud. Election officials haven't found it. And even the courts haven't found it. So now, Republicans are putting out a mass call for voter fraud investigation volunteers.
Republicans continue to search for widespread issues. In Texas, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is offering $1 million to incentivize, encourage, voter fraud. Any there.
We're still in an evidence gathering phase. That's why we have a hotline, and that we're asking people to
Get out my room.
let us know if they have any of these irregularities that they saw. We'll pursue them, and then we will pursue legal action.
The Trump campaign has set up this voter fraud hotline, basically, where we could field calls about these allegations of voter fraud. I'm told actually a lot of those calls have been prank calls. Have been coming in.
Custom.
Oh man, these poor Trump lawyers.
Shoot.
You're gonna get into court like, Your Honor, I have a sworn affidavit proving voter
Customs.
fraud from Mr. Seymour
Custom.
Butts and his good friend Ben Dover. And they're both very
Custom.
What do they expect? You're gonna ask people to call in? What do you expect? The only calls anyone makes anymore.
Here's the definition of custom.
Any other reason?
Traditional and widely accepted way of behaving or doing something that is specific to a particular society, place, or time.
Well, then maybe you should catch it, you loser. I also love how that one guy is offering $1 million for evidence of voter fraud. $1 million! That's how you know there's no voter fraud, man. You never offer $1 million for shit you think might actually happen.
Oh, my bad.
Like, oh yeah? I'll give you $1 million if Cheryl goes to the prom with you. If you ask me, the real surprise here isn't that the campaign was so desperate that they set up a fraud hotline. It's that they're not charging $3.99 a minute for it.
GJ, you got the jump shot on?
There's no time to waste.
You see, look. What? You could barely make whites with it, though. Huh, right here, Dribble. Bro. I don't care. It's wet. Bro, I'm...
Supreme Court now just considered a case yesterday about the state of Obamacare.
I was just grinning with the other game. People joining the park somehow. Oh, I'm still appearing online?
This morning, there's new hope for the
No.
Affordable Care Act and the millions of Americans with pre-existing conditions who could be unable to qualify or pay for health insurance without it.
Get your little nasty ass in the tub. Get in the tub.
They say that the ACA's individual mandate, which initially required most Americans to have health insurance,
I'm making custom shoes after the game.
struck down as unconstitutional, and the whole law thrown out with it. But two conservatives on the bench, Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Brett Kavanaugh, signaled that even if they do strike down that mandate, the rest of the law could still stand.
It does seem
Animation that get
that the proper remedy would be to sever the mandate provision and leave the rest of the act in place, the provisions regarding pre-existing conditions and the rest.
What?
Justice Roberts also noting sharply that Republicans in Congress had the chance to repeal the whole act, but couldn't muster the votes.
I think it's hard for you to argue that Congress intended the entire act to fall if the mandate were struck down, when the same Congress that lowered the penalty to zero did not even try to repeal the rest of the act. I think, frankly, that they wanted the court to do that, but that's not our job.
A decision in this crucial case is expected sometime early next year, and while the justices' questions suggest they won't strike down the ACA, it's worth remembering, questions aren't rulings. Robin?
Gotta keep that in mind. You're right about that, Terry. Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff.
He said, "Dumb low."
Click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching.
Don't we win this game?
See you in the morning on GMA.
A USPS whistleblower in Pennsylvania.
It did it to you.
His ballot fraud allegations. The House Oversight Committee tweeting today that Hopkins has, quote, completely recanted his allegations of a supervisor tampering with mail-in ballots after being questioned by investigators, according to the Inspector General. NBC News correspondent
Oh, my bad.
Caldwell joining me now. Liam, these claims in Pennsylvania were a big part of President Trump's voter fraud lawsuits. What else did investigators learn here?
Shut up, suck my dick, stupid.
Allison, so what happened with this one person who was
Yeah, yo, bad nigga.
the U.S. Postal Service was backdating ballots
Shut up.
they would count in the Pennsylvania election? He sent back he signed an affidavit, a sworn affidavit, and then he reneged on that, saying that was not the case. He removed his signature. And so that was central to his claims. The House Oversight Committee was looking into it, and they put out a tweet thread, essentially, saying that this is no longer an issue. But the organization who is really pushing these as well is this conservative organization called Project Veritas, who does these undercover sting operations, posing as journalists often. They are now offering monetary rewards for people who come forward with any sort of voter fraud allegations. And so they are deep into this case, and it looks like the president's team is also working closely with them, or at least following very closely what this organization is doing. Allison?
Leanne, let's talk about what's going on with the Republicans. So far, just 4 of the 53 sitting Republicans
Okay.
publicly acknowledged
You're
Joe
welcome.
Biden's win. Democratic
Don't
Senator
roll.
Chris Coons weighed in on that. Here he is.
Get the... Get your little nasty ass in the tub.
The key states that would need to have their outcomes changed, and I so far see little evidence of any
You're a baby.
standing up to the president. There have been 4 so far here in the Senate. My hope is that this is the week when that will begin to turn blunt.
Imagine green layup.
I mean, they call me to say,
No, imagine time and layups.
please convey my
You can't dribble, bro.
but I can't say that.
Passed. Oh.
Leanne, are you seeing any
blinking red and still missed.
and why won't most of them acknowledge these election results?
So, Allison,
Us.
a Republican source told me today that he sees these
Get
Republican
missed.
senators in three camps. The one camp
Oh, my bad.
fighting the hardest, saying that every vote needs to be overturned, or every rock needs to be overturned, and every vote needs to be counted. And those are the ones who are pushing and supporting the president the most. The middle camp is the one who's
You gonna shoot a
let
three?
the process play out. Let this
Three
go
mother.
in the courts, a neutral arbiter.
Oh, yes, yes. Throw up. Never mind. Or shoot that.
And then there's the other camp who is getting tired of this and who wants this to end.
You're trash. You're trash.
Overtly vocal about
Good.
it. But listen to two senators
Dimer popped up.
in that third camp, the ones who are wanting.
I swear to God, look at my life.
Take a listen.
What color is that?
It's likely that Joe Biden is going to be the next president.
You already know it.
It's not 100% certain, but it is quite likely. And so I think a transition process ought to begin.
Well, with regard to the transition itself, I think they should be able to work out an issue between them to allow certain parts of it to move forward.
Dribble, get in a tub.
They're standing with the president because most of the president's supporters are telling the Republican senators that they need to fight for the president, and they do not want to love the president nor their constituents, Allison.
Oh, Leanne, the divisiveness continues on,
Three.
but it is...
I got a little more time.
Yeah, you did fine.
Yep. Got nobody now.
Who's gonna come and delete it? Oh, okay. That was one day.
Who apparently made a mistake by registering as a Democrat and is actually a pretty hardcore Republican, had an interview with Fox News where he tried to calm everyone's nerves, everyone on the right who is concerned about the Senate being broken up 50-50 between Democrats and Republicans should Republican candidates win in the runoff elections in Georgia.
They got no drippy shoes.
Well, he did it by ensuring that he will be an obstacle to the policies the Democratic Party wants to pass. Take a look.
It looks like those two races could be the control of the U.S. Senate, with a tie going to Vice President Harris. What do you tell people about that and concern about that, considering all we've heard about the progressive agenda?
Well, there's a lot of people that are concerned. There's a lot of fear tactics are being used right now, Brett. If both of the Georgia
I'm finna go make my custom shoes.
Party, then that would be 50-50 if both Dan Sullivan and Tom Tillis win. 50-50 means there's a tie. But if one senator does not vote on a Democratic side, there is no tie and there is no bill. So I commit to you tonight, and I commit to all of your viewers and everyone else that's watching. I want to lay those fears, I want to rest those fears for you right now, because when they talk about whether it be packing the courts or ending the filibuster, I will not vote to do that. I will not vote to pack the courts, I think, and I will not vote to end the filibuster.
So the Republicans just ended the filibuster on Supreme Court nominees. That's why they got Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett in. And Joe Manchin's still pretending as if there's rules in the Senate and etiquette in the Senate, and as if the Republicans are the good guys, and that Democrats would be the bad guys if they ended the filibuster. Without ever mentioning in the interview on Fox News, it was the Republicans who killed the filibuster already on the single most important thing the Senate does. So look, I know the Democratic cases for supporting Joe Manchin. Hey, he's in the caucus, and on some procedural votes, he's with us, and those procedural votes are important. And half the time on substantive votes, he's with us, but on that half, we don't need his vote anyway. So really, procedural things are their main excuse for supporting Joe Manchin. But wait a minute, he just screwed you on procedures, right there, saying even if the Democrats pick up the 2 seats in Georgia, I will not let them pass anything, because I'll let the Republicans filibuster, in which case we don't need 50 senators, we need 60 senators. He just killed the entire Democratic agenda by himself, and you told me that you needed him for procedural matters. That's hilarious. And anytime you need him on a substantive policy issue, he votes with the Republicans. So maybe you could find 1 or 2 exceptions here and there. By the way, he voted for Brett Kavanaugh. But even if you find 1 or 2 exceptions, let me ask you something. Is that worth it? So what's the price? Well, the price is, here you have a prominent Democratic senator that constantly comes out and makes the Republican case for them, making it seem rhetorically like Republicans are always right. Now, that hurts the Democratic cause more than anything else in the country. He destroys the Republican brand, the Democratic brand on behalf of the Republican Party every time he goes on television. You think that's worth a couple of procedural votes? And again, on the most important ones, he's against you anyway. It is almost never a case where Manchin will break a vote in favor of the Democrats. Certainly nothing that would justify the massive damage he does to the Democratic Party.
You know, Joe Manchin really stands out as a pretty conservative Democrat. But as I watched his full interview on Fox, I couldn't help but feel as though a lot of what he had to say is pretty mainstream in the Democratic Party at this point. I mean, he pretty soon
life
won't
has been
be
pretty great
within the Democratic Party.
Yeah, man, I did
So to make my case, let's go to the next video where he elaborates on more of the ways in which he plans on being an obstacle to the party.
I'm gonna be real with you, homeboy. I cannot say much. Look, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I work for the government.
To end that filibuster or to basically stack the court. And then all the other things you're hearing about, Brett, also is defund the police. I don't think any of the Democrats are for defunding the police.
Yes.
We're not for that whatsoever. And when they talk about basically Medicare for all, we can't even pay for Medicare for some. It doesn't make any sense at all. We've got to fix the Affordable Care Act we have, and I think our moderate Republicans...
You brought some shoes?
So despite being very clear on how he...
What shoes? Your customs?
The Democratic Party in the Senate, there has been...
How much VC do you have?
Basically put him back in leadership positions, and I'll tell you what those
You brought customs?
leadership positions are. Manchin will serve another term as vice chair of the Democratic Policy and Communications Committee. Manchin could also chair the Energy and Natural Resources
I don't have time for this.
50-50 Senate, in which the tie goes to Democrats.
Is that Nike? No, is that Jordan's?
Now that she's going to be vice president, that basically opens up this, creates this situation in which you have a wannabe Democrat serving as the chair of this incredibly important committee.
So the Energy Committee, that's where he's going to go coal, oil.
CJ, hurry and bring me the belt.
He's vehemently against Green New Deal. So they will put the single most conservative Democrat, who is by far the most pro-fossil fuel Democrat.
Because it doesn't must not do that, so I gotta do that.
They put him in a leadership.
He's not ugly.
He's such an outlier. Policy. The policy committee. And communication. Well, that's what he's doing right there. He went on television saying Republicans are right. about the filibuster. They're right about packing the courts. Republicans are always right. He is in leadership on communications for the Democratic Party. And then when we point out these enormously legitimate critiques, everybody rushes in. Jay, you don't split the party.
Wait, come here.
Such a great job of being a Democrat, and he's going to kill Green New Deal and Medicare for all of us. Don't split the party.
Well, I don't have time.
They really say that with a straight face.
You don't have time for me. How you don't have time for me in this whooping time?
Totally brainwashed them into thinking that the Democratic Party is Joe Manchin and his support over the top 100% support for the Republican Party. We're not going to do Medicare for all. Pandemic. Look, I know that Joe Manchin's against Medicare for all. That's not a surprise. But what he's saying is, we're not even going to consider.
Get you hurt?
One last salt in the wounds. Okay? There's a theory out there that the Democrats are playing three-dimensional chess. Laugh along with me. How many times have you heard this? Well, actually, losing this
He said in pain.
is three-dimensional chess for later losing again and again and again. I've never seen I don't know if they know how to play checkers, let alone three-dimensional chess. Okay, so here's this version of it. They say, no, we send the message that we agree with Republicans so that we can win the Georgia Senate.
I'm the only one in big trouble.
I'm not kidding. That is the number one excuse the Democratic Party is using right now. They're saying, well, so even if the Democrats win, don't worry, they're going to agree with the Republicans, and that's why we're winning.
Some people are born with talent.
There's that painfully
Some people are born with good looks.
Please vote for Democrats so we can agree with the Republicans.
They tell me nothing.
That's their strategy going into Georgia.
I told you 4 times to hear me. And you lose
Thanks
and I
will. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is to
you told me that?
Look at after this morning, live chat emojis, badges, cut emojis of me, Anna, John, Sarah. So they
and incredibly embarrassing segment. She was
I'm finna join your park.
purported to be
Appear online.
an anonymous co-worker.
Well, he still has to get a spanking.
Where you at, Dribble? Oh, that's you right. What's his name? Andre. Oh, you bought the shoes that I got.
Yeah, white supremacy. This is a version from that. Thank you, I guess, for setting up an SNL sketch about this. That's going to be fun. But, like, they modulated that voice 10 times more than they needed to. Nobody's going to know what it is anyway. You could have shown us and nobody would have known who it was. It's a random person you found on 4chan. We're not going to... The left doesn't make that threat. We don't threaten people. This isn't... We've never seen this person. We don't know anything about their case. About concerns for their safety. There are no concerns. There have been no threats. What an absurd farce. It's news cosplay. That's all Fox News is doing. It's just... It's a sketch without a punchline. Except for the whole thing. So there were number of people on Twitter making fun of that song. It was definitely enjoying to see it. So, look, I feel like the Listen Project is like working around the clock to take fun at all of these random foibles, and this is no exception. Let's take a look at what they did. Now, watch the audience see what happened. We want freedom for the world! God damn it! Why are Republicans so much better at being funny, and why are they so much better at messaging? They just are. That was hilarious. The first time I saw that. I'm so mad at myself for liking it as much as I funnier, I think. And she'll never mention that. She'll never talk about it. Lindsey Graham's never going to apologize to you about it. The person that we saw, in the video. DOJ is continuing with their investigation, even though it's based on these sorts of fraudulent claims. It is funny, but the joke democratically is not funny. Yeah, okay, thanks for being a downer. Tweet. Curtis Ingram is Laura Ingram's brother, and he thinks she's crazy. And he tweeted this: "My sister has become a complete and total wackadoo." That is pretty good. That's good. Definitely, if there is a wackadoo, it's her, but definitely. That's good. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support is...
Lou fell off the mic.
Happy
When they ask you where you're going, tell them in a voice that goes back across borders and oceans that you will go as far as you choose to. Learn more about the McDonald's ACER National Scholarship today.
I came in here, it's my birthday.
Well, if it isn't our favorite Karen.
I'm trying to have breakfast with my boyfriend, and I'm being forced to wear a face mask. If I don't wear a face mask,
what's your girlfriend's
I will
name?
not be given
Hi, Brianna.
So I'm being denied the right to eat.
In the middle of a pandemic, she fails to adhere to the guidelines.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. I'm okay. I don't...